Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And we're going to be taking a look at a couple auditions from Street Dance China Season 6, Part 1 of the first episode. So on Patreon, I'm actually doing a full reaction of the entire episode of Street Dance China, both of Season 6 and of Season 4. And so what you're going to be seeing are excerpts from that full reaction. What I end up doing is as I encounter a battle or a performance, I end up taking a look at it as a reaction, dial it back, and do an analysis before moving on with the episode. So it's going to be similar in structure to how I've normally done regular reactions, let's say from the Street Woman Fighter series, and that is what we are doing in this case with Street Dance China. I am also pretty aware of the structure of the show because I am watching it with English subtitles as it gets released, so I have a way better understanding of what I'm looking at in comparison to shows I've watched in the past. So I wanted to let you know that I am definitely trying to take that extra step, really try to understand the full context and full incentivization of the show prior to the analysis to hopefully make it a little bit more objective and understanding of the circumstances. So let's go ahead and check it out.
3、2、1。
Oh my God. Me too, Candyman, I swear. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was great. I feel like I've said that every time. And I feel like I'm going to continue to say that like a broken record for the entirety of the show. But I'm not complaining. Talking from the top. Super nice. Okay. Pops are so strong. So strong. No, how she's choosing to set it up. Just look at how she sets this up. If you look, she's the focal point, like where she's looking, really helps aid us in being able to figure out, okay, where do you want us to look? And because she's looking up at the top, where do you want to look? Up at the top. And so from there, we're really able to see how she chooses to build this. You know, it looks like she's checking her watch, but notice that she's making micro hits. Maybe not quite, maybe, I wouldn't even say, not really quite dime stops. I think like she's flexing her muscles a little bit more, but it's more subtle, more like an internal hit. It's not an external pop, it's an internal pop. And somebody that what she's doing, who it reminds me of, is Slim Boogie. He does that a lot when he sets up his sets, and it's so captivating because you're just so intrigued. When is he gonna pop off? Totally pun intended, but not intended. You know, so you don't know when she's gonna pop off here. But look where she's looking here, and then she ends up popping off. Look, it's just your standard kind of angles that she's going for, but her fluency and her transition subtly within her legs is phenomenal. Her glides are great. They're very clean, and you can tell exactly where she's wanting to go. Also factor in the track. The track works well with this type of team because with how Ding has set up himself, but then whenever you see, you know, he rewarded Sala very quickly. Of course, there's so many different facets, but Sala did have a part of music choice that was innovative within the craft of popping, and I would feel like she's doing that here as well. A classical track with a heavy bass to help justify the pops themselves, but it's a nice integration where you can bleed in other styles. So she's doing quite a few little bits of glides here. Yeah, so it's very clear and digestible what she's doing, and she's definitely giving Fei Long a run for his money for sure if they're giving just one towel out. with a wave through. Love this. The heel toe. Notice when she looked down, you can see the finger and the foot really guide along there beautifully. Love that too, because whenever she's maintaining the shape, so even though her arms are kind of protruding out a little bit, whenever she pops down, she maintains the distance between the two arms. So that's what really helps bring that visual to life. It's gorgeous. Then from there, she goes and she initiates from the leg, and then she pulls the arms up, creating a vibration that travels all the way through her upper body. It's gorgeous. Then she involves her body, her head, integrates it with the rest of her body, keeps it polyrhythmic. I see the foundation and I see the fundamentals fluently through her, and it is beautiful to see. And part of me, because she's so young, and we know that Salah got chosen, and he's older, part of me is leaning towards her right now. Compared, if we gotta pick one, you know, ideally it would be cool if both got picked. But if really only one was selected and he stayed true to the 2 towels per style, I would give it to her for a couple reasons. You know, firstly, she's held her own with all of the guys, and her pops are just as distinct as theirs, and that's important to note. You want to have diversity within your team, male and female. Like, that can really help you, because you don't know what challenges you're going to be facing. You don't know what choreographic and, you know, vibes you're going to be asked to do, and you want people. You don't want to have too many people of one style, because then you can have an incest of the choreo and be very limited within what kind of scope you want. But I think, honestly, if you want an ideal, a male and a female from each style would be an ideal circumstance. So you're kind of looking at it. I mean, if you're picking between Faye and Chi, then I would pick Chi for that, because she's holding it down so well, very clean in her transitions, and she's able to utilize the track well. Track matches the aesthetic of Ding, what he's brought to the table. Her trace waves are clean. If you just look at how she sets it up, she does another glide. So you see her identity and you see her innovation with the Crap Candyman is hilarious, and I am excited to see more of his reactions in this show. Love this. Boom, boom, boom with the zigzag. Yeah, that's so cool. That was sick. She uses the chest as well as the arms. The arms created a reverb or a rebound, and the chest created that hit in order for us, more of a bop, boom, boom, to really showcase that double before she reversed it. Involves the head. She's looking where she wants us to look at. She hits it, that right there. She hits the body, it twists, it expedites, it turns, she waves it out and then brings it back in. She's hitting those double hits gorgeously. Look at that. Match that music. So captivating there. Shout out to the guy who has to itemize each technique as showcasing so the audience understands what they're doing. I think that's such an impressive job, and I think it's completely people undervalue that. Like, that's phenomenal too. The fact that I have like an ongoing reference to like make sure that I'm subconsciously validating, okay, yes, that's what that's called, so I don't feel super lost. I think that she's catered more towards popping. I think she's popping more than Salah popped. Salah displayed all the branches of what popping has to offer, but she's hitting that pop. With the W, I love how she has the W and then travels it. So if you don't know what that is the W is when you have your knees touching, and then you create like the little gaps, like a little triangle between your knees and the floor. And she ended up traveling that before she came out of it. That was mad impressive. She finished it up. She's also using her levels, which is very, very nice. And you want to have that. Her dynamics were all there. It was super impressive. She finishes with more like a scarecrow puppeting kind of finish of the texture. That was just gorgeous. Gorgeous. So all in all, I mean, because at this point in time, we have not moved on in the clip to know who got what towel for this, right? Or maybe he's gonna wait till the end, who knows. If I were to pick between Fei Long and Chi, I would pick Chi because of the reasons I already said. But both are very strong. Ideal world, I mean, take them all. Take everybody. Have 130 people on your team. Honestly, that'd be freaking wild. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that was helpful in some way. If you're interested in wanting to see my full reaction to the entire episode, that is released on Patreon exclusively there for those who want to participate and take part in the discussions there. But if you just want to hang out on YouTube and see the analysis of the battles and performances, YouTube's a great way to do that as well. So I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.